Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to the Call of Duty video. Today I want to show you guys a brand new Easter egg in the Black Ops 6 campaign. You will unlock the Case Cracker blueprint, also some other free rewards. If you haven't started the campaign yet, don't worry, the safe house is one of the first places you visit. This place is one of my favorite places we've ever had as far as safe houses go in Call of Duty campaigns. There's so many secrets, and not only are there like little secrets and tidbits of story hidden around the safe house, there's a huge Easter egg where you unlock this safe. You get some money for like upgrades in the campaign. Also, you get a trophy or an achievement depending on which console you're playing on, and obviously a brand new free blueprint. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do is walk over to the piano room in the safe house. It's very obvious which room this is. It's the room with the piano, you know. There's a black light on this table, and make sure you pick that up. This is going to be a very important tool throughout this entire Easter egg. Once you have the black light, you want to look around the room to get the combination of keys to actually enter in on the piano. You can kind of look around and see numbers, and then you'll see a note. Don't worry, you don't need to know exactly how a piano works to do this, but basically write down the combination 1 2 3 4 5 and each number's corresponding note, and then go over to the piano. If you interact with the piano while using your black light, you'll actually be able to see the different keys or which notes correspond to which keys. Again, just enter the notes in the order that you saw them on the wall. I don't really remember what order mine was. I don't know if it's the same in everybody's game, but just make sure you follow the order that is set on the wall. And once you enter in the right combination, the door to the basement is going to open. It's like a secret door in the wall. It's kind of insane. At the bottom of these stairs is actually a locked door, and you have to go back to the basement. There's a different basement in the house to actually unlock this door. Everything else in the Easter egg is going to take place behind this room, but you do kind of got to backtrack to the basement. I'll show you guys exactly how to get there. It's not really anything too complicated. It's a door in the hallway, like right next to where Frank Woods is sitting. Right there, I walked past the door. Anyways, go downstairs, enter the basement. There's going to be a lot of different things you can interact with. You'll see a boiler, a pilot, and a fuel line. You don't have to follow these notes or anything like that. I mean, you can if you want to, but basically turn the boiler twice, go to the pilot and turn it on once, go to the fuel line and turn it once, and then turn the boiler twice again. You can kind of play around with this. If it does, that's what worked for me. But if it doesn't work for you, just play around with it. There are very obvious sound cues to when different things are working and doing what they're supposed to do. Also, when you actually finish, everything that you can interact with will go away. Like if you do it correctly and you activate things how it's supposed to be activated, you won't be able to interact with any of these things again after the fact. So as you guys can see, I closed the boiler right there, and then everything turned off. There's a green light. Again, you will hear like audio cues, lets you know that everything is activated and that you did it right. After you finish the boiler room, go back to the locked door that was like behind the wall by the piano. You're going to see 3 different locked doors, and first you need to go over to this keypad. If you guys don't know, there's a game out there called a Wordle. I'm going to explain this to you the best way I can. Basically, you guess a number, or you guess a combination of numbers. It's going to tell you if a number is in the right place. It's going to tell you if a number needs to be moved, and it's going to tell you if a number doesn't get used at all. I know I'm just walking around these hallways right now, but that'll make sense here in a second. So you know what, let's just fast forward it right here. So as you guys can see, I'm entering in combinations, and some of them have an X. That means the number is not in the combination at all. If it has a yellow, like an arrow, that means the number is there, it just needs to be moved. And if it's green, obviously that means the number is in the right place. I actually got this wrong a few times before I ended up doing it correctly, and every time you get it wrong, it's actually going to reset the number. Like you gotta try the whole thing over again. So right here, I think I actually got it right. I think you can use the black light as well to kind of see thumbprints and stuff and figure out which numbers are correct. But anyways, it's kind of like Wordle, man. Just play a game of Wordle, figure out the code. And this next room is actually real easy. There's a computer that you actually have to hack. This is probably the least complicated step in this entire Easter egg. Pretty much you're going to walk up to the computer. It's going to tell you a certain set of numbers. You will use the numbers, match them to the letters at the bottom of your screen, and then just spell whatever it's telling you to spell. I would assume that this is going to be the same on everybody's campaign, just because of the password you actually have to type in. Pretty sure you type in like holding room bunker open or something like that. As soon as you finish typing in this password, the holding room is actually going to open. This is actually another room downstairs in these hallways. You might have already seen it locked if you were kind of exploring around. It's really easy to get lost back here, but go turn right and then go in this room. There's going to be a lock that you actually have to pick. It's pretty easy. It kind of reminds me of Fallout. If you've ever played a Fallout, it's very similar to picking a lock. Basically, you're just going to turn your joystick and you'll see it turn white. Then you just want to kind of like hold it there while it's turned white. That's the best way I can explain it. You do it 3 times. Each part, I guess, of the lock is going to be picked. Then you'll go inside, look on the table in the middle of the room. There will be a set of keys. I'm going to go ahead and I'll just wait until I'm looking. I don't know why I'm trying to make this like scenic or whatever. Just grab the keys, please. Okay, there they are. Grab the keys. There we go, man. This right here is the most complicated part. Okay, you take those keys, you move over to this room, open it up. This is like the radio room. You'll see a signal behind the door and it's locked. So that's where you take those keys. Pretty much go over to this radio. You're going to tune it by using both of your joysticks. I play on console. If you play keyboard and mouse, you're just gonna have to figure it out. I'll be honest. Pretty much use both joysticks. You will tune the radio. It'll start playing an audio message. Now, like I said, this is where things get a little bit complicated. My message was, and if someone left iron on windowsill, the curtain caught fire, the American didn't notice. So in my message, we're trying to figure out the items, okay? The items that the message is saying. So he talks about an iron, a windowsill. Now he also says, he was too busy watching cartoons on television while eating sugar-coated cereal. It's pretty crazy. I know that sounds insane. Your message is most likely going to be different, but I'm just trying to emphasize what I focused on in my message. Pretty much, you're trying to figure out what items he's talking about in the message, and then we'll go ahead and fast forward here a little bit. Inside this room are a ton of different items. Obviously, you're going to use the black light and focus on the items the man talks about and the message. It can be really confusing. Just try to find like the items he's talking. If he says like American, it's not American flag. Like if he said flag, it would be the flag. But you just got to figure it out. Everybody's message is going to be different. I've heard that different difficulties have different messages. But basically, find the items around the room. It's going to be a 4-digit code, 4 different items. And once you feel confident that you have your code, go back upstairs, like the very upstairs of the house. I'll show you guys exactly where to go right here, just so you know, nobody gets confused. So we can say I made a good guide. So go upstairs. It's literally right upstairs, and to your left is the first room on the left. Go in this room. In the corner, there will be a safe. And like I said, it's a 4-digit code. If you feel confident that you have the code, type it in. If nothing happens, if it doesn't activate, that means you got it wrong. Like I did right there. This is what it looks like when you actually get it right. So it automatically types in. You get the trophy, the achievement, the puzzles mason. This is basically like the biggest Easter egg in the campaign. So it's like the only trophy for an Easter egg at least. Also, as you guys can see, you get some money, like $1,000 upgrades, and you unlock the brand new case cracker blueprint. That's the entire Easter egg, the safe cracker Easter egg in the Black Ops 6 campaign. If you haven't already, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys think about the Black Ops 6 What do you think about Black Ops 6 so far in general in the comments below? I'm loving it, man. It's amazing. It's everything I could ever ask for, especially zombies and multiplayer. I haven't really played too much of the campaign. I love Easter eggs like this though, and I love making guides. So like I said, if you haven't already, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys soon for more Call of Duty videos, man.